Hi guys, welcome back to the I Don't Even Know podcast. I'm Em. I hope you're all doing well. Today, I'm here for All American Homecoming Season 3, Episode 10. We're finally in the double digits. We have 3 episodes left, so we're finally kind of wrapping shit up. Things are going, the storylines are going where I thought they would for the most part. We're getting there. Finally, I said that last episode too, we were finally slowly getting there, but we really have. Stuff has taken off that I've been expecting since episode 1. Honestly, a lot sooner. I wasn't expecting it to take 10 episodes, but here we are. I'm just happy, we didn't have to wait till the final episode for some of this shit to happen. It's I've been waiting for Orlando and Simone to, realize, and for Eva to break up with Lando, Keisha, JR, which happened last episode, but a big part of it was this episode. Just where Nate's future is going and just Simone's future. It's just everything. I've been waiting for this and for everything to really just come together, and we're getting there for the most part. We kind of have some ideas. Of course, we still have 3 episodes left, so shit's gonna happen. Things are probably gonna get fucked up, and nothing really will be the same. For their friend group at least, because of Keisha and JR. They fucked that up, which was my biggest concern for their storyline. I'm just don't fuck up the friendship. It obviously did. It fucked up their whole family dynamic. I'm hoping they can still be decent, but obviously Cam's not gonna want to talk to JR, which is completely understandable. It's not I'm with JR. I'm with Cam and Gabby on this one, 100%. Keisha and JR, I love both of them dearly. Separately, I love them dearly, but they were in the wrong. Let's be real. I think everyone will know that. If you're going to do a cheating storyline, first of all, don't do it because it's wrong. But if you are, you have to make sure they have chemistry. And in my mind, they don't have that kind of chemistry. They have friendship chemistry, but not romantic. And that's why with Olivia, when they did this kind of thing, even though it wasn't, I don't consider it cheating, to be honest. It kind of was in a way, but with the whole Vegas situation and how Layla and Spencer were broken up, but Olivia was with Asher and that whole thing, and they didn't tell them for a while. The difference with that was they had fucking chemistry, insane chemistry, and we were all rooting for them. I don't know one person who is still a Layla and Spencer shipper, or Olivia and Asher. I know people started off at that, with them, or at least some people. I personally didn't. I was rooting for Olivia since episode 1. But, if you're gonna do what JR and Keisha did, you have to have chemistry. And then maybe I would be okay with it in a way. But they don't. So, you have to be careful with who you pick for these kind of storylines. Because I think the writers thought, oh, we did this kind of with Spencer and Liv. They were best friends, kept getting closer and closer. So we're going to do this with JR and Keisha, and they have a little different backstory with her helping him through his illness and her helping with the bone marrow transplant and everything. It's this is a perfect opportunity. We did it once with Spencer and Liv. It did incredible. They are considered one of the best new age ships, personally, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure a lot of people agree with me on that. They are incredible. So we did that once before. We can do it again. But you can't. You will never do what you did with Spencer and Liv, and no one will ever be them. Especially in this show, in Homecoming, they have great ships. I'll give them that. Lando and Simone, everything. Even Damon and Simone were great. JR and Gabby were great. Cam and Keisha were great for the most part. I think I like Nate and her boyfriend. Don't know much about that, but they've had good ships, and they still do. Simone and Lando are everything to me right now. But the ships in All American hit harder, and also were more popular, probably just because the show was more popular. So them trying to recreate some stuff in this and copy things it just doesn't work out. Like, I don't want to, like, I hope it's not just me who thinks that, but it's like, they cannot copy. Like, they cannot do the same shit. Like, when we thought Nate's boyfriend, what's his name? Ryan? I think it's Ryan. I think that I figured that out at the end of the episode. I mean, I went almost the whole entire episode trying to figure out what his name was. But Ryan, I'm pretty sure. When we thought he was proposing to Nate, all I could think about was Jordan and Layla. Like, yeah, people get engaged in college, even high school. I mean, One Tree Hill, best couple of all time, let's be real, or in my opinion. Like, some people won't agree with me, but they're my favorite ship of all time, if you know what I'm talking about. Like, with, like, people get engaged then. But when we saw the ring, or like Nate saw the ring, and we thought he was gonna propose to her, I was like, okay, now, like, this is seeming like they're trying to copy Jordan and Layla in a way with them getting engaged in college. And yes, they're similar and they're in the same world, so it makes sense. If they do something like this, like, yes, they're gonna copy some stuff, but I want them to, like, be as separate as possible and be different and not have so many similarities. And, like, yes, people get engaged in college, like I said, but it was reminding me too much of Jordan and Layla. Even though, like, the situation was different, but, like, what Ryan said before he told her that he wasn't actually proposing, that, like, time is going by fast, or whatever he said, I don't even remember, it was something like that. It reminded me of when Jordan proposed to Layla, he said, time is fleeting, or he said some shit like that. I'm pretty sure, because you guys don't understand how many times I've watched that scene just for pleasure, and also because, for edits, because I edit them like a mad man. Like, I have issues. I get attached to ships and they become my whole personality. Like, what can I say? Like, when he was saying that, I was like, okay, this is too similar. Like, I feel like maybe if, I don't know, I feel like that was just too similar, so I'm happy it didn't happen. Because they had a couple get married in college, one get married right after, both of them get engaged during, in All-American, and, like, yeah, they're gonna do similar stuff, but for this one, I want them to, like, really grasp the college aspect, and they've been doing that, but they're doing it obviously more than All-American, which I like. But for All-American, we really just saw the football and, like, their lives, and we didn't, like, yeah, we saw the college stuff too occasionally, but rarely. For this one, we're actually seeing college, and it's more realistic. And the realistic thing is, a lot of people don't get engaged during college. I know some people do, and if you do, I'm happy for you, great for you if that worked out. Like, but from, like, what I've seen and in real life, a lot of people don't. It's kind of rare, or at least I think it is. I mean, let me know if you know anyone who is, but, like, I haven't really heard of that many people who have in my personal life. Like, usually they get engaged right after, but because they're, like, I think they're trying to be more realistic with Homecoming, with the college thing, or at least they're showing more, so it seems more realistic. It's like, I want them to be, like I said, I want them to be realistic as possible, so, and have the full college experience, and have them actually, like, be in their early 20s, partying, figuring out their life in college. Let's not have them get engaged. And I was panicking for Nate. I was. It's like, yeah, I think her and Ryan are cute. I do. I mean, we don't know much about Ryan, but from what we've seen this season, and maybe last season, I don't remember if he was in last season, I don't think he was, but, like, this season, we haven't seen a lot, but in the episodes he was in, like the 2 or 3, maybe 4, I think it was 3 episodes he was in, I liked him. He seemed like a good guy, and he was way better than Nico. Fuck that man. Literally hated him. It's like, so he's better than that, so I'm thrilled, and I'm happy for Nate, because she deserves someone who's supportive. And when they were arguing at the beginning of the episode about how Nate didn't tell him that she applied to other colleges out of state, which, yes, I do get where Ryan was coming from. You probably should tell your significant other something like that if you are planning to stay together. I mean, most couples are planning to stay together. But, like, if you are trying to make a future with this person, especially in college, and you're thinking about law school or grad school, you need to talk about it with your significant other. Because it's like in high school, yeah, you're trying to build a future, but you know it might not last for the most part. I mean, sometimes it does, and if it does, I'm very happy for you, because I know a lot of people that it doesn't work out for. But like with college, you're older and you really are trying to build a future with your partner, and they should know so you can like figure out where you're going. Because yeah, if you are going to be long distance, you'll need to know to figure out how that's going to work. And if that person doesn't want to do long distance, then you're basically done. So I get both sides. I do. But then I also, like, now I get why Ryan was upset. But like there was a moment that I was a little annoyed with him when he was like, you could have applied to other in-state stuff because I'm like going in-state, or like I have a job and whatever he said. But he was talking about like in-state colleges. Like, yeah, but what, like, I get it. And like Nate's dream was to go to Princeton Law. Like that was her dream, and that's what she wanted to do, or at least I'm pretty sure it was from the way she was talking about it. But that's not the only place for her, and she might find her place somewhere else. And even like if you're worried, like he said, she's gonna meet someone, or like not meet someone, but the long distancing, it's not gonna work, or like they're gonna go in the same place, she's gonna meet some people and then push them away. Like I get where he's worried, because yeah, that can happen, but no matter what, you want your partner to be happy. And I'm happy he came around and said we would like figure this out. But like at first I was getting annoyed, because like, yeah, I get you want to go together, but you shouldn't like just apply to in-state colleges to be near, or grad school or law or whatever, to be near your significant other. That's something you shouldn't do. I've heard horror stories, or not really horror stories, but people go to college or like near their significant other, or go to the same college as them, even if they don't want it. Like they don't want to, they just do it for that person, and it doesn't work out. Like for example, my sister did that. She is not with the same person anymore. She's with someone new after she transferred. It's like, you shouldn't do that. And like I get it. Like if you do it if that's actually where you want to go where you want to go. And so I just hope we see more like Nate deciding where she wants to go, and we see like Ryan be supportive, because by the end of it he came around and was like, yeah, we'll figure this out. But I understood where Nate was coming from when she said he was acting, or like he was reminding her of Nico, being controlling about being in state and just like not being supportive. Because like when we've seen him in the other episodes, he's been really supportive towards her. Like he's been great to her, and like nothing like Nico. And when we saw Nico last season, he was a piece of shit, literally. And I was so happy when she stood her ground and broke up with him, and like finally realized her worth. Like that was incredible. And I'm happy she realized that like he is acting like a bitch, and he's acting like him, and like that's not okay. Like yeah, I know he's not actually like that, and he was just worried about it, which I get 100%. But I really did, like when they were talking, it's like, well, when by they I mean Thea and Nate, when they were talking about like him maybe proposing to her, now she wasn't ready. I was like, first of all, I completely understand, like you're still figuring out life. Like when you're in college, you're still figuring shit out, you know. And a lot of college marriages don't work out, I'm not saying that's gonna happen to Jordan and Layla. Like, if they ever divorce, the writers will be hearing from my lawyers because I cannot actually handle losing another ship. Just saying. Like, they better not fuck them up in season 7 if they're in it. But I understood completely where she was coming from. Like, she's not ready for this. And I honestly, when we saw the ring, I thought, first of all, I was shocked. I like kind of froze and I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh my gosh, like, this is not the turn I thought like it was gonna go. Like, I did not think this was gonna happen. But like, more importantly, I thought, is he doing this just because he fucked up and they got into a fight and he doesn't want to lose her? I don't know why. It's just something told me that he was worried after the fight that she was going to go somewhere else and decide to go out of state. And like that, she didn't want to be with him or something like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, because that is not a way to do it. I really did. And so that's like why I'm so happy, or one of the reasons I'm so happy they didn't end up getting engaged, and that was just like his grandmother's ring getting cleaned, because I really was panicking. I really was. And for a moment, when they were in the room together and the candles were lit and he started talking to her, I was like, oh fuck, so he's actually gonna do it. And for a moment I thought like Nate was gonna say yes, until she said like, I can't marry you. I was like, oh fuck, like that's the end of them, because I really did think he was gonna propose. I was so grateful that he didn't, because proposing after a fight, or like deciding to propose after a fight, does not usually work. That's not really something you should do. It's basically like saying you're afraid to lose them, which yeah, I get, like you probably are, like sometimes, but it just means like you're doing it because you don't want to lose them and you want to keep them near you. I don't know. Just, I wonder what's going to happen with them. I honestly see them ending up together. Because like I don't see it going anywhere else. Like, it's not like Nate has someone else to end up with. Like, it's either Ryan or she's going to be single and going to law school and hopefully getting off the wait list for Bringston Law. That would be sick. And also, I don't even know why she got on the wait list. Like, that's stupid. From like the change she's made and all the like all her what are they called? Not recommendations. Oh yeah, college recommendations. Yeah, that actually is what it's called. Oh no, I haven't done a college application in like 2 or a year and a half or 2 years. I don't even remember, so I forgot what they were called. But like with all the stuff she's done, especially for Bringston, like it's Bringston Law. So I thought, because of all the stuff she did for Bringston, I thought she for sure was gonna get in. And like, of course, they're gonna end it with her getting in. They have to. Like, right? Or she's gonna move away and Ryan and her are gonna stay together or break up, you know? I mean, I hope she gets into Bringston Law, because that would be kind of cool to like carry on this legacy at Bringston, because she is making one here. So why not do it at the law school? Come on. And let's figure out where her relationship is going. Like, I want to know where the ending point is for our ships. Like, I want to know where we are going. Because, like, with JR and Keisha, I don't really know. Like, yes, they kissed, and so we're getting somewhere. But, like, she keeps saying she doesn't love JR and she loves Cam. I'm like, Keisha girl, I get it. It's probably what you're feeling right now and you haven't realized, or you're just saying that to keep Cam because you do love Cam as well and you don't want to hurt him. And what you have was great when you weren't arguing and you were actually talking and communicating about the shit you were going through. But it's like, I need her next episode to really just admit, because she did admit to Cam by the end of it that she kissed him because she wanted to, and that's what they wanted to happen after like the whole episode being like, it was a mistake. I don't like him like that. He's like he's like my friend. We were caught up in the moment, did not mean anything. I'm happy eventually she admitted it did, because Cam was not gonna be like, oh yeah, for sure, it didn't mean anything, we're fine. No, he knew it. He knew it since before Thanksgiving, that's not Thanksgiving break, Thanksgiving dinner. He knew shit was going on, and he trusted you for a bit, but still didn't really, and was kind of being a bitch to JR, which I get. It's like, he was not going to take shit, and I'm happy he kept like telling her, like, no, you have to tell me why it happened. You got to be honest with me right now, because I know you wanted to do it. Because you don't kiss someone when you're in a relationship unless you like the person and you're not really happy with the other person. Because, like, yeah, she was kind of caught up in the moment in a way because of what JR did with, what's her name? The dancer, Luam, or something like that, I don't know. But the choreographer, I think you know what I'm talking about. With what JR did with the choreographer and got her to reach out to Keisha and all that, yeah, like, she was caught up in the moment from that, and that kind of pushed her to do it even more and realize, like, wow, fuck, he really cares about me. And maybe she thought in the moment, he cares about me more than Cam, which I don't know if that's necessarily true. I do think Cam really cares for her deeply, and I think he does love her. Not I think, he does truly love her. I believe that, but he hasn't been showing it recently because of how focused he is on with his job, which I get. Like, yes, it's very important. What he's doing is incredible, like working for a record label, writing songs for an artist, a big artist, like, that's blowing up right now, and like having the opportunity, like this episode, to write a love song for it. Like, yeah, it's a big deal, so I get you're focused on that, but she wasn't feeling like he cared about what she was going through, because she would try to talk to him, but he was so distracted by everything else. Like, they weren't communicating, it just wasn't it. So I get it. And like, she ran to JR because he was talking to her. He was listening. They were opening up to each other. He understood what she was going through. He helped her, like, find her, not passion for dance, because she already knew it, but helped her, like, realize where she could go with it, and just motivated her when Cam wouldn't. But I still don't agree, obviously, with what they did, even though he did help her a lot. I don't agree with cheating. I think it was fucked up, and it was really annoying at the beginning of the episode when they were like, we're gonna tell them it meant nothing. And also, Keisha telling Cam at that moment was not the smartest decision. Like, yes, I know girl was stressing out, which I completely understand. Like, it's stressful. Like, girl was panicking. I get that 100%. But you could have waited a bit, especially, like, alone. Because, like, he was on a high after, like, finding out J. Marks wanted him to write a love song, or just a song, period. But, you know, like, he asked him to write a whole song for him. Like, that's a huge deal coming from an artist. Like, an artist telling you he wants you to write it instead of, like, a label telling you. It's a huge deal, obviously, especially when he's, like, been working so hard and hasn't been able to write a full song for someone yet. Like, it's huge. It's such an achievement. So, of course, like, he's happy, and he just can't stop telling you about it because he's so happy. And I think, like, I get she was stressing out and she just wanted to, like, tell him to let it out there and, like, for them to work it out. But I wish she let him have his moment, because bro was hyped. He was getting excited. He just couldn't shut up about it because he was so excited. And she was like, yeah, we kissed. And he was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, that just ruined everything. And then it fucked up his writing. Like, I'm pretty sure he probably wrote a good love song after the end of it, because of what Lando said, just write from the heart and write how you're feeling right now. Because, yeah, that does work. I mean, I'm not a songwriter. I cannot write a song for shit. I tried when I was, like, really young, back in elementary school. I tried because I thought I maybe would be able to. I was not Taylor Swift. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Like, when you write from your heart, like, it will work out. So he, like, figured it out. But like, it fucked him up, and he couldn't concentrate on anything else. He was sleeping in the studio to avoid everyone. He, like, if he was near JR, he was probably gonna beat the shit out of him. I mean, he tried. And, like, honestly, yes, I love JR more than Cam, but I wouldn't have been mad if he actually did punch him. Like, yes, I'd be worried because of his health. Even though he is better, I still always worry a bit, like something's gonna happen. But I wouldn't have blamed him. I kind of wish they let him just punch him. Like, a shove wasn't good enough. One punch would have been fine. Like, I'm happy JR didn't get really hurt. But, like, he kind of deserved it. I mean, they were like brothers. He helped him get into KK. He helped him do all this shit and was there for him. And you just fuck it up like that and kiss his girlfriend. I mean, technically Keisha kissed him, but still. And like I get like why Simone and Nate were upset with Keisha about it, how she fucked up the family and like the friend group. Like, yes, and I get where Keisha was coming from when she said it's not like I just fucked up my life. Like, yes, girl, I feel for you too, kind of. That was kind of, I feel bad for you, but then it's also like this was your doing. You fucked up yourself. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Like, with them, they didn't do anything wrong. You're the one who made a stupid ass like decision, decided to kiss your friend who is like brothers, or not really right now, but was like brothers with your boyfriend, and fuck up the entire friend group, because it's never gonna be the same. And like, it's probably a good thing that it's ending, because if we had another season and like not everyone was at the family dinner, I would lose my shit. Like, yes, I would rather JR be there than Cam, but I like Cam's relationship with everyone, and I just like seeing the group together, and they fucked it up. Like, Keisha, yeah, I get it, girl. You're going through it too. Like, I felt bad for her when she was crying, because like Cam wasn't talking to her and she doesn't want to lose him. She feels bad, but I'm like, it was your fault. If you didn't kiss him, like, this shit wouldn't have happened. Or if you told like Cam during Thanksgiving that you did have feelings for him, then maybe this would be avoided. Like, yes, there would still be issues and Cam would still be furious about everything, but you know, it wouldn't have been cheating. It would have been emotionally cheating, but not physically cheating, which both are bad, but it would have saved a lot of shit, I think, personally. Especially because Gabby, she wasn't even in this episode, which really pissed me off. Because, like, even though I don't want Jared and Gabby to break up, they obviously are going to. Like, I love them. I really do. Like, I don't want them to break up, but they are. And I just wish they did it this episode, because you're doing all this shit with Keisha and JR and just having Cam and Keisha deal with it this episode. Like, Gabby deserved to as well. Like, she should have been there and dealing with it too. I didn't like how she was gone and Cam told her, which, yes, I'm happy she found out right away and it's not like they lied to her, but JR should have been the one to text her or call her and tell her what happened after Cam found out. He should have been the one to do it. Like, yes, she would have like killed him, and she kind of did in the text. Like, she was like saying, don't talk to me ever again, but it would have been the more mature thing, to do. Like, it really would have been. So I just believe they fucked up, truly, truly fucked up. And Cam and Keisha breaking up was for the best. They're like, yes, I wanted them to be endgame, but when they started doing the Keisha and JR thing, I wanted them to break up, just because it just wasn't. They were obviously going to do this, and I didn't want anyone getting hurt. And obviously Cam seriously hurt, and Keisha was too at the end of it. But like, I feel bad for Cam. I feel worse for Cam because he's not the one who cheated. Like, he was actually a good boyfriend. Like, yes, like I said, he wasn't great at listening at times and wasn't really there for you at times, but like overall he was decent, and he tried. He just was distracted with work, or like stressed with everything going on at work. And like, he tried. Like, I'm not saying he's the best boyfriend ever, like, of course he's not, but he does deserve better, especially with his growth. Like, I always talk about his growth, but it really is incredible. Like, his journey to get to the man he is now, it's great. Like, he's such a good guy now, like, way better than he was. Like, I think I said this one episode, but like, I forgot how bad he was until I was rewatching some of it with my mom, because she was watching it, or she still is. But I saw him and I was like, oh shit, he really was a bitch. And like, seeing the growth, I'm like, wow. Like, I'm happy he didn't really go crazy. I mean, yes, he almost did beat up JR, but understandably, first of all, I kind of wish he did it privately and not in front of everyone during family breakfast, because that kind of fucked up family breakfast, but I get it. Like, I was expecting him to go like full out, like, fuck everyone. I'm happy he didn't. He was honestly way better than I thought. Like, yeah, did whole JR thing, yeah, he should try to beat him up, but with Keisha, at the end of it, like, yeah, he ignored her for most of the day, but that was completely understandable. I like how he was still like working, and he finally came around and talked to her and didn't really yell. Like, he was honestly way calmer than I thought, and he listened to her and just said, like, you know, I love you, like, I do, but like, no, like, I'll see you. He did a great job. Like, Keisha crying, like, yeah, girl, I feel bad for you, but you did this. Like, there was a point that I really thought they were gonna do like this whole fucking turn and have them stay together, and the JR and Keisha thing was just for drama, and it wasn't actually gonna be anything. And that was gonna piss me off so fucking much, because yes, I want Kim and Keisha to be together, or I did, but like, if they're going to do some shit like this and have cheating within a friend group, you better pull it, like, go all the way. You better like just let them be together and break the other couples up, because you're not going to do that and be like, oh, never mind, I don't want to be with that person, didn't actually mean anything, we're better off as friends. Like, no, like, let's have them get together next episode, or maybe in the next episode after that, because I don't think Gabby and JR are broken up yet. Like, let's let Keisha and JR together, just because they fucked everything up. Like, you're not going to do that and keep the other couples together. Like, I was so worried for a second, because when they kind of kissed, I actually don't even remember if they really did or if they just put their foreheads together. I thought he wasn't gonna break up with her, and I was stressed because we had like less than a minute left. I was like, oh my gosh, are they actually gonna stay together? Because I'll lose my mind. Like, you can't fucking do that. Like, you can't. So I'm happy they did. I mean, and let me just say, Netta, isn't the girl who plays Keisha's name Netta? Isn't that one Zach weird? Going on Instagram and searching this shit up, because I want to know. Let me check. Netta, yes. Shout out to her. She honestly came through this episode. Like, her acting was pretty good. I can't lie. I mean, I'm not saying she's a bad actress. Like, she's really good. But like, poor girl was going through it, and she did a great job. Like, the ending scene with like her crying hurt my soul, and I did almost cry with her, because I just felt bad for Cam mostly, not really for her, but you know. And also, I do want to say, because I'm talking about actors, no matter how into it I get, I know it's still like fake, it's fiction, like, it's not real, even though I have mental breakdowns over it and it consumes my life. But I send hate to the characters. I say I hate the characters. Never in a million years should you ever send death threats or hate to an actual person. Like, you should not do that. Because I remember I saw a TikTok that Nana posted about her getting death threats in her DMs on Instagram because of JR and Keisha and their storyline. Like, we're not gonna fucking do that. Like, that's something you don't do, like, ever. Like, I don't care how upset you got from a character. That was not the actors doing. Like, let's not do that. Like, please leave the poor girl alone. She's acting. I love her. So just putting that out there. Like, never do that. But let's just say Netta killed the crying scenes, like, honestly, Because also when people cry, I just want to cry sometimes. Because I don't know what's going on with me. Like, I'm literally going through it right now mentally. And it's like, honestly, I don't even know what's going on with me. Something is, and I'm an emotional wreck. So her crying did not help me because I really did want to cry even though I was pissed off at her. They just need to get Keisha and JR together now. Like, if they actually don't fucking do it, I'm gonna be really pissed off. Like, I think they will now, but it's like, they've been doing this whole episode. Like, just get them together. Like, episode 12, I need them together just to get it over with. Because if we have to wait till that last episode for them to get together, I'm gonna be pissed off. And if they don't even, I'm gonna get pissed off. Because you're not gonna fucking do this whole season and break the couples we actually like up and do this stupid thing. Like, that's not what you're gonna do. Because also, like, this was Keisha's main storyline in this season. Like, she had her dancing stuff and all that, but her main one was JR and their relationship. So, like, let's get a move on that. Like, come on. Like, I'm gonna be really pissed off. Like, at least JR, he had other storylines. I mean, his main one was Keisha and, like, that whole thing. Like, that was his main storyline. But he did have the baseball thing for a bit. And now he has the baseball club. Wasn't that what it is? Or was it, what was it called? I don't remember. But it was, like, some sort of club team. I think it was a club team that he wanted to start with some of the players to, like, help Princeton, or just, like, because they can't play at Princeton, they're doing a club team or something like that. And so now that's his storyline for the last few episodes, which I like. I didn't only want his storyline to be, like, revolved around Keisha now that baseball is ending. But, I mean, like, I still do think they're going to save baseball. Like, I think they're just saying the club team right now, because that's what they're going to try to do, but then they're going to end up saving Princeton, or not saving, bringing Princeton baseball back. They have to. Like, that has to be the outcome, right? I mean, especially because they're still cutting sports. So, like, if they're cutting some, just bring baseball back. Like, I still can't believe they're trying to rebrand. Like, I thought after they cut baseball and whatever else they cut, they were going to be done cutting sports. Because, like, I get they're trying to make it more of an academic school, but it's known for sports. Let's leave it at that. And I know I, like, went on this whole rant in a couple episodes, like, at the beginning of the season because I was pissed off. But it's like, you cut some sports off, they're doing better academically, or they're still known as an athletic school, yes, but they're also starting to get known as an academic school because you cut some sports. You already lost so many people. People are pissed off. Let's get your shit together and just, like, stop cutting. Like, why the hell did they have to cut lacrosse? Like, you cut baseball, fucked everything up, especially because they just became champions. You cut another team, which I don't even remember what it was. You cut lacrosse, and there is a chance they're going to cut tennis and maybe some other sports. It's like, that's why I'm happy they're doing the museum to show everyone's legacies at all HBCUs, because, like, everyone deserves to have a legacy. And, like, they want to show it, especially, like, with everything that's going on and, like, how people are losing not only their passion but also their fucking sport at the school. Like, showing that will, like, push them, not push them, but, like, motivate them and all that. That's why I'm happy also that Marcus brought that, what's the guy's name, Bucky, I think, the baseball player, to, like, tell them, like, no matter what, you have, like you have a, like, oh my gosh, whatever happens, like, it's gonna be tough, and, like, you're gonna have to make tough decisions. And, like when he was talking to Simone about, like, when you have an injury, for example, or, like, something happens, there are different ways you can go. Like, you can keep doing what you're doing, you can make a change, and it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna be hard, but you could do it, which is why they did the museum, first of all. Shout out to Simone for coming up with that idea, which was incredible, and I loved the fundraiser for it. I think it's so smart to do, like, really motivate everyone to keep pushing, especially, like, I feel like with everything going on with the sports department, or not sports department, athletic department, they're feeling like useless, and it's like not weak, but I'm trying to think of the word. Not lazy, what the fuck? No, okay, I can't think of the word, but like unmotivated. They're not feeling good about it. So let's do this. It's like push them, because I feel like seeing like everyone else's legacy that they've made in HBCUs and seeing your legacy that, or like the legacy they made, is gonna push them even more and help them just not give up. Which, I mean, helps Simone. Like, she's now becoming a defensive baselinger, not baselinger, what the hell, baseliner, or some shit like that. No idea what the fuck that means, because I don't know tennis like that. But I think I mean, dude, you don't have positions in tennis though. That's what was throwing me off. So I'm not really sure what that means, but she's changing it up. I'm happy for her. I was expecting her to do something different, like change something with tennis. Like, she's still gonna play, obviously, but I was expecting her to do something else, because like we saw at the beginning when she was training with Thea, she's not back to her old self and like how she was playing before, which is completely understandable. Like, you're not probably gonna play the same for a long time, or maybe even ever. Like, you might not. And so I get that. And like, I was expecting her to either like not give up on tennis, but I was expecting her to do something different, which I'm happy she did, and she can make a legacy this way as well. Like, she already made a legacy. And even when she was talking to Lando, and she said to him, like, I don't have a legacy, or I haven't made one. Like, you have. Like, when the police stopped you on your way to the game, like, you made a legacy from that. You stood your ground, you did all that. You've done incredible things. You've made a change. Like, you started a new major. Like, to help athletes like you. Like, you did all of that. Like, you have a legacy, and now she's gonna have a different one. It might be hard, but we'll figure it out. Like, I'm happy, like, we're kind of figuring out where her journey with tennis is going, because I really did think, like, before last episode when we found out she beat cancer, I really thought tennis was over. But now she's building her new legacy, which is perfect. And we're finally getting somewhere with Lando and Simone. Praise the Lord. Oh my gosh, I really did not think we were gonna make it. I was worried, because after last episode, when he did not break up with Eva, and we also hadn't seen her in a while, I thought we were fucked. Because I thought after episode 8 specifically, I thought because of everything that happened there, he was gonna break up with Eva, or Eva was gonna break up with him. And I mean, finally she did, because I knew whenever she popped up again, she was going to ask him to stay away, or ask her to stay away from him. And like, the fact that she was like, at the beginning when someone was like, oh, do you want to join us for family breakfast? Like, we have a spot for you. And she's like, oh no, I have a spot for Orlando and I over there. And like, girl, just sit down. Like, it's not gonna do anything. Like, come on. Like, he's sitting with his friends. Let's not be a bitch. Like, I get it. Your man has feelings for someone else. Personally, I don't care, because I left them together. Like, let's not be a bitch. Just sit there. Like, it's fine. I'm happy. They were kind of like, Lando was like, you know, there's a spot right here. Just sit down. And like, she kept looking at them. And when she was like looking at them, I was like, okay, like, I think this is it. Like, I already thought it was going to happen when she spotted them at the party hugging. But then I didn't know she knew that she had cancer. I didn't know that Lando told her about someone's cancer. So finding that out, I was like, okay, maybe that's why she was a bit more chill about it. And then her like being like, first of all, shout out to her for not telling anyone. But when she was like, but you're all good now, right? And she's like, yeah, I'm better. Like, it's good. Like, some issues, but we're good. It's like, so he doesn't have to spend so much time with you anymore. Like, you guys can step away. I'm like, bitch. Like, yeah, she doesn't have cancer, but they're still friends. And what happened to her was traumatizing enough, and she's still, like, figuring out her life after this and still dealing with some stuff with it. Like, let them be friends. Like, come on. If you're that insecure, break up. Like, yeah, I get what she meant. Like, it feels like I'm the third wheel. Like, yeah, girl, we can tell that he is in love with her. The way he looks at her and the way he talks about her. Like, we can see. But, like, still, like, the way he was talking about her to Cam and looking at her when he was talking to Cam, and even looking at her when he was with his literal girlfriend, and how he sent Bucky over to talk to her and motivate her and push her to, like, see that she has a legacy and she's done something with herself here. Like, oh my gosh. Like, I'm so happy Eva, like, realized, like, come on. And I'm happy also that Lando was a bit skeptical when she said, like, we need to, like, take a break and, like, not hang out as much. 'Cause you could tell by his face, he was kind of like, what the fuck? Like, this is not normal. You know, like, this, like, why are you breaking up with me? Like, obviously as a friend, like, why are we doing this? Like, you could tell he was really like, huh. You know, like, something's not adding up. That something is wrong here. So I'm happy he realized that Thea, or not Thea, oh my gosh, not, of course not Thea, Thea's my girl, but Eva. I mean, he could tell when, like, she got mad at him for looking at her and, like, being there for her and helping her. He was like, you told her? Like, I get it, because, like, yeah, that is your boyfriend and he is, like, really close with another girl. Like, I get it, but as a watcher and as a person who ships them, I'm like, girl, like, let's not fuck up friendships. Like, I know so many people who choose their significant other over friendships, and that's, like, not the way to go. Like, if you're certain that that person's the one, maybe, but, like, you shouldn't. And so I'm happy he was like, okay. Especially because he knows he loves her. Everyone knows he loves her. Even, like, JR talking to Simone about it. Everyone's talking to them about it. Like, they know. And I think now that it happened, I think maybe we're leading to them getting together. I mean, it's the final 3 fucking episodes. We have to. I mean, from the promo, it looked like it, kind of. I mean, what was even in the promo? Flashbacks. Because I remember I saw Jordan for a second. I was like, oh my gosh. It's like Simone laying on the court, like, reminiscing about stuff. And then we're most likely going to get Keisha and JR stuff, which I don't remember. What did I say in the promo? Gabby's back, and JR and Gabby are going to talk and all that. But the big thing was Simone and Lando talking and them holding hands. And so, like, I think we're finally making it. Because, like, with 3 episodes left, this is the time. I mean, you should have done it a while ago. But, like, this is the time. If you're going to get a shit together before the show ends, now it's time to do it. You have 3 fucking episodes left. Let's get our shit together. I cannot wait until the finale. Like, I need them to get to kiss next episode. Like, build it up, kiss. And then get together at episode 12. Or, like, figure it out. So they're... Because I want to see them as a couple. At least in the last episode. Like, at least give me something. I need to see them as a couple. And I swear, if Damon comes back and, like, they're gonna be like, oh, Damon and Simone are actually gonna be together, fuck y'all. Like, yes, I want to see Damon again, obviously, because I think we should. Because I'm kind of surprised he hasn't popped up again. Because, like I said, in, like, I think last episode, he was considered a reoccurring character. Like, reoccurring character, my ass. He is a guest star. He's only been in 1 fucking episode. Like, a reoccurring character pops up multiple times. Like, I still consider Amara a guest star because she only popped up 3 or 4 times. It's like, let's, like, if he comes back, like, I want him to come back, obviously, but if they fuck it up, like, that's all I want in these next 3 episodes. I want them all to be there for each other, Simone to figure shit out, Dia to do incredible in Pro Circuit, Lando and Simone get together, JR and Keisha just get together because I'm sick of this shit. Even though Gabby, I don't want Gabby to get heartbroken, even though she already is. What else do I want? I want Nate to get into law school. I do want Keisha to get into her grad school. I just want them to figure it out. Like, maybe the club baseball thing, I feel like that's going to be a thing for the next few episodes until they actually bring it back to Brixton. And then, of course, Lando and Simone. Like, that's literally all I need. Because, like, Eva and Lando are broken up now. Like, let's do it. Or at least I think. We didn't actually see them break up. We just know that they were fighting about Simone, and she walked by her and said, "You win," or some shit like that. So I think they're broken up. That's what we're gonna say and think and hope, because I'm fucking desperate. And we will see next week and next few weeks, because it ends at the end of this month. Like, I'm pretty sure the last day of this month is a Monday, I think. So, last day of September, I think the finale airs. Because I know it does end this month. Unless I was mistaken. But I'm almost certain it does. But I think I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you so much for listening. And if there was noise like during this, I hope there wasn't like outside noise. I really hope there wasn't. But if there was, I'm sorry. I don't know what the hell is going on, but this year, or at least right now, people are so much fucking louder in my dorm than they used to. Like, my neighbors, it got this way last year, later on. I don't know, it's like literally the second week. I don't know why people are like playing music full volume. Like, literally when I was watching the episode, I kept having to turn it up because I heard someone singing, like, somewhere. Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga's performing, playing, which don't blame them at all. That song hits every single time. People yelling, people screaming, instruments being played. Like, it's a fucking mess. So I'm sorry if that was there. Like, I can't do anything about that because literally it's my neighbors. Like, I'm alone in here. I'm literally in my bathroom right now because I thought that was the quietest place to go. Also because you don't hear sirens. But again, sorry about that. And thank you so much for listening. And I'll see you guys next week for episode 11.